Hello and welcome back to the Minecraft RainCloud server. You might be able to see that we're in our new kingdom, or what will be anyway. I've moved over here. Spawn is not complete, but I need a change of pace and a change of locale. Spawn is just over that way, it's not very far. We'll go back to there sometime. I don't have the knowledge or resources to really feel like I could build on the storage house or the warp house. So we'll leave that for later or for someone else to do if they want to. So over here I've got this magnificent view, this untamed land, and my beautiful mountains here. And yeah, I've already claimed it. You know, if you put your flag down and it's yours, right? That's how that works. Took some trees over here and put the shulker box that I got from Kagumi filled with wood stuff. And as you can see, it's growing so fast. All these trees are growing so fast. I keep getting more and more wood. It's pretty great. Now this mountain, I'll show you on the screen right now a screenshot of what it used to look like. And let's hold it there for a moment. So it had the lava, it had the water, it looked a little rough and natural, and we're about to do away with all that. We're about to carve this out, and because I'm envisioning a fortress shaped out of this mountain with a tower there, a tower here, a main entrance right there, a courtyard sort of area here, and then this, at least on this side, I'm envisioning a wall, a tall wall. I'm supposed, because we have this height difference, we'll have to figure out a way to just have stairs go down there, courtyard here to go up and inside there, and then have a way to get up here, and have all these different areas. Maybe you have to get up and up like here to get up on this area. We'll have to figure things out as we go along. So trying to sculpt, instead of build on the terrain, let's see if we can sculpt something interesting out of the terrain. And that's the plan. So what I've been doing is just started digging a lot of stone because I want to just make this flush, and then we'll make it you know, all this height difference that slowly goes up. Instead we'll have a staircase going up. So I wanted to just carve some stuff out and see where we go. And then I have mending on my main tools, so I'll just be able to clear out a whole bunch of stuff, and then if I really have to, I can go and visit the gold farm or something to get some XP and repair these items. So I think we'll do just fine for a little while. And then my plan is to carve out, like I have right about there, or maybe more towards the center, have that be like the entrance, have this sort of tower come out, and have a staircase that goes on both sides, maybe like a balcony area. But basically I want to build this rounded shape in the middle that goes up, and there's a staircase on either side. Imagine maybe a defensive turret where archers could stand, and anyone who tried to come up the stairs, they could shoot at them. Something like that, something like that. So the goal is to build something akin to a palace or a fortress at least. I think we're getting a little bit of a better picture of what it's gonna look like. I think that's about where I want to stop it. This carving at least, like up to this layer. So we want to go about to up here. Well, okay, that's not what I meant to do, but there we go. So we want to have maybe 2 or 3 blocks, maybe a little more, that come out straight, and that's where the staircase stops. So let's think about what kind of block we might want to use. just do some stone brick. Clear out some of this dirt. And let's mark that out. Go about there. One, two, three, 4. And then this 4th block is the edge. So we'll have like a... That's where the staircase stops. That's tall, that's high up. It seems like it's really high up. See, it didn't feel as tall when we had this natural slope going. So I think that's doable. I think that's totally doable. Maybe we have to do it in 2 sections or something. Like break up the stairs, because one long set of stairs, while defensible, is maybe not aesthetically what we want. We'll think about that some more. Okay, so let's mark this out. Oh, I can basically not reach there. How many blocks do we have so far? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If we stretched it over to here, 14. So 14, we could make it into 16. Yeah, let's pull it just 2 more to this side. Just 15, 16, does that work? 16 blocks. Or do we want an odd number? Yes, that's not too bad. Let's do 17. And that way we have an odd number. Why would we want an odd number? That way the center, the absolute center, is only 1 block wide, or 3 blocks. One of those two. You know, we could have the exact center be 3 blocks wide, 5 blocks wide, 1 block wide. And I think we want to work with at least 3s or 5s. Like 5, you could do 3 blocks in the middle and then a trim on either side. And I think that would work out the best. So let's make a whole bunch of slabs. Wow, that cut down the stone. Like I put a bunch of stone in a chest over there. And then we can carve out more of this. And then, you know, it would be hollow on the inside. But that could save us a lot of resources. Keep the illusion going here. I think we might just want to do it flush like this, and then we'll have to light it up. Most likely I'll try to incorporate some hidden lighting later on, because I have sea lanterns, I have glowstone. I might have to grab it from over at spawn. There you go, with some left to spare. I have sea lanterns and I have glowstone over at spawn. And then if we update to 1.14, I have access to the lantern blocks. Those will also look quite nice. Okay, so that platform is there. So that's where we want to get up to. So I think we can do that. Play this granite. Now, one also benefit of clearing this area out is these natural deposits of diorite, granite, and andesite. Those are all great blocks. I've been watching. I mean, I watch YouTube all the time. You basically, instead of watching TV shows, I watch YouTube videos. That's sort of what I do. If I'm not recording, like now I'm not listening to anything because it would be distracting, or my computer would record that audio along with the game's audio, so it can't do that. But if I'm not recording something, I'm most likely watching YouTube videos, and I've been watching some different creators that play Minecraft, and specifically this guy Dallas Med. Let me check. 65. He's got 170,000 subs at the time of me recording this. Maybe you've seen him. He plays on the... He started out on the Pocket Edition of Minecraft, and now he's playing the Windows 10 version. It's a little bit different than the Java version, but not by a whole lot. And it's been really entertaining to see him build on his big area that he's got going on. It's almost like a city. And he's got walkways, just like a path going through his town that's made out of granite, and it's flanked by... Oh, I think it's the diorite. But it looks good. It looks great. So that's something I could be inspired by, because granite, it's got this uniquely red texture. And it can be hard to find a good use for it. It can be difficult. I can imagine it being difficult if you're trying to build something to say, well, I want to incorporate granite into it. It might just be off. Whereas mixing and matching the gray tones from andesite, it looks great with stone, with regular stone. So I can imagine that being quite easy. And then diorite is very white, but not white enough to where you would want to use it to where it is sort of like in a medieval building. You would have this like drywall type stuff in between the wooden beams. It's starting to get nighttime again. I gotta go sleep. So it's not bright enough for that, so that's also one of those odd ducks a little bit. And it's rare. I feel like diorite is harder to find than the other two. At least it seems that way. I don't know if that's true, but it just kind of feels like it spawns less often. But I don't have any proof of that. But maybe I could do something similar is what I'm thinking, is incorporate it in a pathway. And one thing that I've been thinking about doing, that we'll see if we can, what kind of blocks we want to use to actually do paths around our kingdom or city eventually. But one thing that I want to do in addition to just having a regular path is have, I was thinking trapdoors, but most likely we might want to do the scaffold blocks in 1.14. We could do, if before we're in 1.14, we could do trapdoors, I suppose. Like in the middle of the paths every once in a while, and then we could do like an underground, like sewer system where you could like fast travel, as well, or also hide away and travel through the city. I don't know, I've just got all these little ideas, and I'm hoping that it'll come together over time. I want to take things a little slow. Like episode 3 here on the server, you know, I immediately show you this big tower that I've been working on. And that's cool. It's exciting, it's fun to show you, like, oh, I've built some new big thing. But you can't keep that pace up forever. So what I really want to do is take things a little slow and take you on my creative process a little bit and get some good stuff done, some fun stuff done every episode, but in smaller bites. Because if you're gonna make content, especially Minecraft or stuff like that, if you want to show off some big redstone thing or big creative build every episode, you know, you're gonna burn yourself out, I feel like. So you gotta be careful with what pace works best for you. Or as long as you have creative ideas, you can make something. As long as you have people suggest things for you to try and build and keep it going. Okay, so let's staircase. Let's staircase this down a couple of blocks. Let's make a stack of stone bricks. Do some stone brick stairs. And let's use some dirt to scaffold ourselves up here. Okay, that was a little high. Now, thinking about a trim, what kind of blocks we could use, but let's just do 3 like this, and then we'll leave this one open for it to become like a trim block or something. And the same with this one. Now here's some empty space. We could have the same thing going here if we wanted to. So instead of going straight down, we could go down the side and have a lower platform, just a block. Okay, just a couple of blocks lower maybe. So let me look into that, because we're trying to see how we could maybe make this look the most interesting. And this is like a natural overhang. Now we can have stuff overhang even if it's man-made, like some support blocks there, and have a little tower sticking out, so maybe we can keep that up there. But here on the lower areas, maybe we can clear this out and repurpose that. I'm just trying to think while building. Do we want to remove this? Yes, we do. We want to clear that. And that's the lowest that might end up going. And I'm also immediately thinking I want that block on there. So like that's like a diagonal. That could become like a diagonal tower or something that sticks out. But that extra block was gonna bother me to look at. Okay, so this is cleared somewhat. So instead of straight down, we could come to the side and then go down more. How do you feel about that? Yes, that's not exactly what I had in mind right there, but like this, like a couple blocks down. And we'll have to come up with how we fill this in more, but just as an idea. And then we're stuck here, so we can't go down too many blocks. We can only go down about like this. And then we would have to, let's see, do we have more stone? Something like that. Huh. So if we came down like this, imagine these are maybe a different type of stairs, or maybe these ones in the middle are. So you come down here, and then you'd have to go down. I think that could work. It for sure could. But I feel like it's not, like this is too wide now. 2 blocks. Oh, I have an idea. I have actually got an idea for this. It's not terrible, but I'm not sure how I feel about this. But we would have to make sure we mimic it on the other side. As you can see, I'm tearing up part of what I just built, so bear with me. What I'm thinking of could be a next step. Have I mentioned to you guys before that I'm a genius? Because I'm pretty sure I am. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. Oops. So if you put some blocks like that, and put ourselves back up here. Finish off this right here. And this is what I was thinking of. So here's the main, would be like the main entrance. You've got this view. Now, if you're in the center, it does look correct on both sides. Trust me, it's just because this hole is there is that we're gravitating towards thinking that's going to be the entrance. So you've got this. Now you're in front here. You're already a bunch lower. Now it doesn't seem so like such an incredibly tall height difference, does it? I think that's not too bad. Sticks out, and then that's our what would be our what I've been calling guard tower or what have you. All right, so it's not completely finished yet, and we might need to add some detail, some color. But yeah, you're down here. The big entrance is up there. And you've got this imposing tall stuff. But you can come up here. Here's this guard, this like outpost, lookout. Come up here, up to one of the sides, and then you're up top. From up top you can look down and see all this stuff. I think that works. Alright, well, I'm gonna try to finish this up for so far, and then maybe add some detail, and then gather some more resources, and come up with ideas for the next part, what we might do next. One of the towers maybe, or maybe the courtyard. We'll have to come up with something. But thank you for watching. Consider subscribing if you want to see more, and if you're not subscribed already. I hope you will continue to follow me along this journey to turn this into a beautiful place with lots of buildings and stuff going on. And until then, I'll see you next episode. Bye.